Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. I'm going to talk about real estate here, and someone had done some pretty extensive real estate finance research to see what really drives the housing market. And this is what she had found is real estate finance, how demographics drive housing prices. What drives housing returns? What predicts change in prices? According to this person, her real estate finance research, much of the dynamics of housing prices can be explained by fundamentals such as demographic change. So, it says more specifically, they focus on explaining house price appreciation using one key fundamental variable, population growth. The Earth is becoming much more populated, creating more demand for assets. Previous literature focuses on demographics and consumption, but not so much on real estate finance. Meanwhile, real estate assets constitute 54% of the world's wealth. Demographics are particularly useful angle of study for explaining house price appreciation. The demographics angle is so logical. It really illustrates the basic economic equation: higher demand in combination with a limited or inelastic supply equals higher prices. In that way, it is a simple story. Predictable and unpredictable demographic change. One, they just say you've got a lot larger population that's growing, that demographics, which pushes the price of real estate higher and higher and higher. I agree with this, and this is also why Japan is having problems getting inflation, is because their demographic is actually declining population-wise. They've got a declining real estate market, which then means they can't get inflation, which means they have deflation. So that is driven by demographics. Another thing that they talk about is immigration, and how immigration, they can get immigrants to come in and drive the demand for houses up, increasing the home prices. Also, immigration amongst the states, moving from state to state, can push prices of certain states far higher than other states. She says that we ultimately find that population growth drives house price appreciation, but also that it has an effect predominantly driven by the non-natural component rather than the natural. Differences in immigration from state to state were found to determine differences in housing prices at the state level. The researchers attribute this effect to unpredictability of immigration. So, since it's unpredictable, the immigration patterns, new home builders have a difficulty of forecasting where the demand will be and where to put the homes. So what they've been doing is not building the homes. They're waiting for, we'll say, a demand or someone to say, hey, look, I want to buy a house. They build the house when that demand is there. So due to the sudden and market-driven nature, population growth via immigration does not follow an expected course. So population and building permits intensify effect. They talk about the more densely populated the state, the greater the demand for housing. Any increase in the demand via immigration will be reflected in the house price. So, new homes being built is just going to be delayed, and it's going to be tough to make up this 3.8 million market shortfall. It's going to be very tough because as people are immigrating today, they're moving from state to state and moving from highly densely populated areas to less, out of cities. Home prices new homes are going to have to be built, but it's going to be this massively delayed effect because the home builders are reluctant to just start building in mass without orders being filled. So I have a feeling this is going to last quite a long time, and house prices are going to go quite high as people massively move from state to state from the pandemic. So it's going to intensify the problem. Just want to make sure everybody's up to date on real estate. Thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.